What's going on, guys? Cody here with CJ Build. Thanks for tuning into the channel. And guys, I've been trying to do a little bit behind the scenes to be able to get this car running in this video. So right now I have like half the exhaust off to get off the wideband O2 sensor. That way we can put it on the downpipe in the front. So right now all I've been doing is running the wiring. That way we can put the O2 here, and here we already have the pipe down. So pretty much in this video we're gonna get everything necessary done to get the car to turn on. Gonna turn it on open downpipe. It's not gonna have full exhaust yet, but probably the plan is to drive it to the exhaust shop. So we're gonna get everything ready to be able to do so. We got some oil and all that sort, so let's go ahead and finish it up. Oh, yes. Thank God I had some extra nuts from the stud kit I got from Treadstone, because they actually fit on top. They're a pain to tighten because, as you can see, they're still rubbing. Well, this one is, I don't think, but that one's rubbing. So let's go ahead and put the downpipe real quick. I'll route the O2 sensor. Alrighty, so we have the downpipe in with the O2 sensor. Pretty much I think I'm just gonna run it through here all the way across into there, and then we'll finally be able to use the gauge pod that came with the car. The car wasn't turbo at the time, so we took it off, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab the wire from up there, bring it up here, and then put the AFR gauge up here as well as the boost gauge also. Alright guys, right now I'm doing some wiring to get the gauges set up. If you want to look up how to connect the AFR gauge to the P28, I do have a video. If anything, I'll link it down in the description. I show how it is you're able to connect it, what wires to go to. So right now I'm just extending the wires. Well, I extended the wires, that way it'll reach from that side where the ECU is and come up here to the gauge. And right now I'm soldering some extra wire for the boost gauge, as you can see here. Right now I'm just doing the boost gauge. That way we can see what boost we have. And honestly, I'm putting the power because it has lights and I'm a racer. I like the LEDs. So I'm doing that now. I'm not going to bore you with it. If you guys want to see how I do the wiring and whatnot, in the video down below, the AFR video when I'm setting up the AEM gauge to the P28, you'll see there how we do the wiring and whatnot and the process we go through. But I'm not going to bore you with that now. We're going to go ahead and finish the intercooler piping. It lines up pretty good, but where the turbo is, it's making the piping stick out a little bit too much, so the bumper's gonna hit. So we're gonna go ahead and trim the piping a little bit, bevel the ends of the pipe, and throw it on the car, and hopefully the bumper clears. Okay, so we go ahead and trim the pipes down. This is the one that comes from the turbo. It's gonna go around to the intercooler, so like that's gonna line up. Right now we're gonna bevel the ends there, just like it's beveled here, and then go ahead and put it on the car. To bevel the pipes, we're gonna be using this contraption that my dad made. He saw it online, made it, and it actually works. We did it to the piping on the Altezza, so let's go ahead and do it to these two. Okay, so this is the temporary location of the intercooler with the piping. It's not absolutely perfect. It is a little bit at an angle, but for right now that's definitely gonna work. I'm going to see, because here, as you see, we put the brackets on here. Since this is sticking out a little bit, it does lower the intercooler. So what we might do is drill into the bar and actually put the intercooler inside, but not certain on that yet. But for right now, this looks like it's good. It looks like it's tucking nice and clean. So intercooler piping done. The drill bit and top that I'm going to be using is this one that I got off Amazon. So what I'm using is a 1/2 inch MPT thread to be able to get the AN onto it. So what I ended up buying was I don't know if you guys can read that, it's a 23 32nd bit, and then the 1/2 MPT tap, so we can actually drill it into the oil pan and screw it in. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll go ahead and run the hosing and whatnot. So guys, I tapped the oil pan, and I had to use my phone because there isn't that much room for the camera down there, and it seems that it didn't record any of it. My phone ran out of storage, so I don't have any footage of actually tapping the oil pan. So I'm just going to show you it inside the oil pan, the actual thread, and if I do one in the future, I'll show you guys in more detail. But pretty much you just put the drill bit, drill into it. What I recommend, which what I did, I still did it with the oil pan on the car, is you put some grease on the bit and you put grease on the tap. That way any kind of metal shavings sticks onto the grease, doesn't go into the oil pan. I'm gonna go ahead and drain the oil anyway, so that way any kind of like small shavings that are in the oil are gonna get it completely cleaned out. I'm gonna put new oil in it. Let me go ahead and show you the actual fitting on the car, and then we'll work on the hose. Alright guys, sorry for being horrible on filming that process, but we do have the fitting on and screwed on and ready to be accepting the drain. Focus. Yeah guys, that was a little bit nerve-wracking. I didn't want to mess up the pan, and honestly I didn't have anywhere to put the camera, not the most open area. So but it was fun. It was an experience. Don't really want to do it again right now. So we just got the oil drain put on. So as you can see there, coming out of here is a 60 degree, going down to a straight. That was the most straight angle I can do with this configuration. It's not perfect. It's not the most straight. So when we drive it, if it starts burning oil, then I'm gonna have to see if I can make one a bit straighter, see what kind of angle I can do. But that's pretty much the best we're able to do right now. So we'll test it out and see.
Alright, go. On. Give it a little rev, baby. Seems like the wastegate's staying open, so we're gonna have to check that out. Alright, turn it off.
Alright guys, so after first startup we did realize that the wastegate was leaking a little bit. I thought it was being stuck open, but looking at the video and actually inspecting the actual wastegate, it actually isn't open. What I think happened was I didn't put a firing ring on the wastegate. I completely forgot about the firing ring, and it turns out I can't find it. So I'm gonna go ahead and order one and see if it gets here in a couple days, that we can put that on and have that sealed off so we can actually build boost, because I'm not even gonna drive it like this because it's probably gonna be super laggy. So we're going through our box of a bunch of turbo crap, and we found the firing ring that was missing from the wastegate. I had literally just ordered one, and it's on. I don't know why it's not focusing. I had just ordered one, and it's literally on its way already. And then we found it in the last box that we have, a turbo crap. So I'm gonna go ahead and take off the wastegate, put this on, and that should fix our leaking wastegate, because right now all the exhaust is coming right out the gate. So we're gonna go ahead and take off the wastegate, put this on, tighten it back down, start it up. So I just realized the camera wasn't recording. We already got the wastegate on with the firing ring, so I'm gonna grab the other wastegate we have. Pretty much the firing ring goes on the bottom there in that groove. It goes in there, and then you put it on and it tightens down and seals it. So we're gonna go ahead and crank it on and see how it sounds without the exhaust leak through the wastegate.
Guys, it's finally on. It's not leaking out of here. You actually hear the exhaust now. We hear boost, baby. Alright guys, so the wastegate is working. The car's finally building boost. You can hear the turbo actually spooling up and like de-spooling. I don't know what you would call that. So definitely everything's working as proper. The weather is crap right now, so we're not gonna be able to take the car out. Yeah, doesn't look like Honda driving weather. So I think we're gonna end the video here, and then the next video we'll go ahead and take the car out for a spin. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the support. If you guys have any questions, concerns, comments, anything, I don't know where I was going with that. If you guys have any questions or anything, let us know and we'll get back to you. And yeah, next video will probably be driving the car and tuning it. So stay tuned if you want to see that. Ha, no pun intended. Bye.